Good afternoon and welcome to TV News. Today is Friday, November 4th. I'm Neva Kamalano.
And I'm Allison Hewitt. This week we have news about a deadly crowd surge that happened in Korea.
And we also have news about the upcoming general election.
And we'll check in with TVM sports anchors Kyle Driscoll and Corey Ayub to find out the latest in Marywood and professional sports. Today is National Donut Day. The Marywood Activities Council is celebrating accordingly with free donuts. Council members will be around campus giving away donuts to those who find them. There will also be a drawing for a Dunkin' Donuts gift card.
The Marywood Activities Council teamed up with the Global Unity Club and the Language and Literature Club to celebrate the Day of the Dead. On November 1st, activities were held in the Fireplace Lounge to honor loved ones who have passed away.
To celebrate Halloween, on Monday, a Marywood professor showed off his spooky skills. Professor of Psychology, Dr. David Palmer performed a magic show in the Latour Conference Room Monday night. Light refreshments were provided at the annual Halloween event.
The Marywood Wind and Band is hosting their concert this weekend. On November 6th from 4 to 6 p.m., the Wind and Band will perform in the auditorium. The Marywood Toady Ensemble will also be having a concert this weekend in the auditorium on November 6th from 2 to 3 p.m.
A Marywood IHM sister is being featured for her art. Sister Kaur, who taught at Marywood for 30 years before her retirement, will open a 5-week exhibit that started this past weekend at Marywood's Mahady Gallery, featuring her sculptures. More than 80 sculptures are on display, including some of Jesus and the Virgin Mary. Sister Kaur's exhibit opens a month shy of her 90th birthday. When we come back, we'll tell you about a plane crash in Hanover Township. But first, we'll check in with Maddie for weather.
Thanks, ladies. Welcome back to your weekly weather report. I'm Maddie, and I am so happy to announce that this weekend is going to be absolutely gorgeous. Today we're looking at a high of 69 degrees and a low of 59 degrees with partly sunny, which is gorgeous. On Saturday we're looking at a high of 71 degrees and a low of 61. So again, that's not cold at all by November standards. So enjoy Saturday and today while you can. Sunday we are looking at a chance of it being overcast. The high is going to be 71 and the low is 58. So again, might be overcast. We might not see the sun on Sunday, but those temperatures are stunning for November. So that is wonderful. Monday we're looking at a high of 69. So again, close to 70, but the low is 39. So don't forget your jacket on Monday. It's going to be a little bit cold. On Tuesday we're looking at a high of 58 degrees and a low of 33. That's close to freezing. So definitely don't forget your jackets on Tuesday. It's going to be on the cooler side. On Wednesday, we're looking at a high of 57 and a low of 39, so that low is not as bad. And we're looking at warmer temperatures toward the end of next week. Thursday's going to have a high of 61 and a low of 45 with a 40% chance of rain. And next Friday, we're looking at a high of 63, which again is pretty warm for November standards, so we'll take it. The low is 42 next Friday, and there is a 50 to 60% chance of rain next Friday. So that's subject to change. 50 to 60% is not a high percentage, but it's possible that it could rain next Friday. So again, these temperatures are gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous for November, and if you haven't done all the fun fall things already, get out there and do them this weekend. We still have some beautiful trees. Some of them have lost their leaves, but some of them are still absolutely gorgeous. So have a great week, everybody, and we'll be right back after these short messages.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzzed and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
What if you could feel in control of your retirement in just a few clicks? At aceyourretirement.org, you can. Start with a free 3-minute chat with Avo, your friendly digital retirement coach. Just answer some simple questions like, how do you feel about your ability to save for retirement? Or in how many years do you want to retire? To get free action items customized just for you, get your retirement back on track at aceyourretirement.org.
Hey, can you chop the pineapple? Chop the
Nope, I'm high. How about I wash off the grapes?
Yes.
Okay.
You're already making good decisions when you're high.
I want tacos. Will you drive? I'm a little toasty.
Nope. I'm high. Let's order in.
Don't make an exception when it comes to driving. If you feel different, you drive different.
2 people are dead after a plane crashed in Hanover Township. The crash happened just before 3 p.m. on Saturday. One victim was found in the plane while the other was found in the backyard of one of the neighboring houses. The cause of the crash has yet to be determined.
The 2022 general election is next Tuesday. For Pennsylvania, 2 major races have taken the front stage. In the gubernatorial race, current Attorney General Josh Shapiro is running on the Democratic ticket against State Senator Doug Mastriano. In the race to fill the Senator Pat Toomey's vacant seat, current Lieutenant Governor John Fetterman is racing celebrity physician Dr. Oz. In local races, Representative Matt Cartwright is running for re-election against challenger Jim Bognot. Polls open at 8 a.m. and close at 8 p.m., so get out and vote, Pacers.
A Scranton man has been sentenced to prison after using counterfeit money at a local casino. 25-year-old Askin Rickett had been sentenced to a year in prison and 2 years supervised release after he used fake money at a local casino between November and December of last year. Rickett must also pay $1,000 to a casino in Bethlehem for the same reason.
A Lycoming County mother admitted fault in deaths of her children. Marie Schneider pled guilty to 2 counts of first-degree murder in the deaths of her 4- and 6-year-old daughters, Nicole and Jasmine. Snyder and her partner, Echo Butler, abused and starved the young girls until their deaths in 2016 and 2017. Butler is also charged, along with her parents.
A woman was killed in a car accident on Saturday in Scranton. The car crash happened around 7 a.m. on the North Scranton Expressway. Police say the woman's car rolled over multiple times and then ran off the road. The woman died at the hospital.
A Children and Youth Services building opened in Wayne County. The Hand House in Honesdale is designed to provide a safe and home-like environment for visitation and children and family in need. The house is split into 2 levels, one for families for visitation, one for young people preparing to transition to a new home. The house also provides independent living and resources.
2 people are dead after a fire broke out on Saturday in Sunbury. The fire started around 5 p.m. Initial reports stated that the children were trapped inside the home. However, the identities of the victims had yet to be released.
A new statue was unveiled this week in Lackawanna County. The Freedom Fighter statue, honoring the modern-day soldier and specifically Gulf War veterans, the sculptor Mark Zinski began work on the statue in 2011. It now stands tall in Oliphant. When we come back, we'll tell you about a shooting in Houston that killed Migos rapper Takeoff.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. Those 9 months were also 273 days of planning. What about your daughter's first costume party? It was out of this world. And let's not forget those barbecues you plan in detail for your family and your more vegetarian by the day best friends. That surprise party for your parents' golden anniversary? You get the golden planning. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
Migos rapper Takeoff was killed in a shooting in Houston this week. The 28-year-old rapper was shot and killed at 810 Bowling and Billiards, where he was playing dice with fellow Migos member Quavio, among others. 2 other people were injured in the shooting.
153 people were killed in a crowd surge in South Korea. A stampede broke out this weekend during a Halloween celebration. 103 people have also been injured. Among those killed were 2 American college students.
The suspect in the attempted murder of Paul Pelosi, husband of the Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi, had a list of targets and intended to attack the Speaker as well. 42-year-old David DePape is being charged federally and locally by San Francisco District Attorney. DePape allegedly planned to break Speaker Pelosi's kneecaps. Pelosi was not home when DePape broke in, but her husband was, who suffered a severe beating and required life-saving surgery.
Dozens of people are dead after a bridge in India collapsed. The incident happened Sunday evening as the bridge, that was holding hundreds of people, collapsed into the Muchi River. At least 140 people are dead, and the death count is expected to rise as there were people still trapped under the bridge.
Brazil's current president, Jair Bolsonaro, will be a one-termer after his loss to former President Lula da Silva. Lula, as is known to his supporters, is an extremely popular socialist politician who previously served as president of Brazil from 2003 to 2010. Bolsonaro served from 2018, and his far-right policies were a frequent subject of concern for Brazilians.
A venomous 7-foot-long king cobra had escaped from its home in a Swedish aquarium has returned. The snake, named Mr. Hiss and nicknamed Houdini, escaped his glass enclosure on October 22nd by climbing up to the lighting fixture. A week later, the snake was found back in his terrarium after the whole escape process was too much stress for him.
The Supreme Court decided to block a subpoena for a sitting senator, reversing a federal judge's ruling. The subpoena, intended to be served to South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham, will compel him to testify under oath for investigators looking into attempts to overturn the 2020 election led by former President Donald Trump. Graham is being questioned specifically about attempts to overturn election results in Georgia.
Caroline Leavitt of New Hampshire may become the youngest woman elected to Congress. At 25, Leavitt is running to be a state representative. She has experience as a press intern for President Donald Trump and a communications director for New York Representative Elise Stefanik. If she wins, she will beat out the current record holder representative of Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, who was 29 when elected. When we come back, we'll check in with TVM Sports anchors Kyle Driscoll and Corey Ayub for the latest in Marywood and professional sports.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. Remember the best planned 90 minutes of your life? Or that surprise party for your parents' golden anniversary? You get the golden planning. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
Hey guys, it's me, Isabella Gomez, filling in for Smokey Bear because he's got more to say than just...
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Like, if you're outside enjoying a barbecue, don't let a hamburger distract you from fire safety. Make sure you aren't dumping your hot coals or ashes onto the ground because that could start a wildfire. So take wildfire prevention seriously and let's save the world one day at a time. Juntos con Smokey Bear, podemos hacerlo. Go to smokeybear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
Well, Corey, several teams wrapped up their season here at Marywood, but several of our teams are moving on to the championships, including one who had a perfect score at their last meet.
Get out. Tell me more.
Sure. Marywood's men's cross-country team dominated the Atlantic East Conference Men's Cross-Country Championship at Morven State Park with a perfect score. This is Marywood's fourth consecutive Atlantic East Conference Championship win. The first 6 runners to cross the finish line were all Pacers. Michael McCannon was named both the runner and rookie of the year. The same success carried over to the women's team as they had the top 3 runners as well. Finishing in first place was Haley Gaines, who scored her Atlantic East Individual Championship, while Caitlin Newberry was named the rookie of the year. Both teams move on to the NCAA Division III Mid-Atlantic Regionals November 12th. Marywood's women's field hockey team season came to an end after elimination from the Atlantic East Conference playoffs. The 3-1 loss to Cabrini University ends the Pacers' season with a 6-12 record. Marywood's lone goal was scored by Lauren Youngkin. Marywood's men's soccer team season came to a close on Saturday. The Pacers were eliminated during the first round of the Atlantic East Conference tournament after a 4-2 loss to Cabrini-University. Richard Fuchs and Kyle Falcons scored Marywood's 2 goals. The elimination makes the team's records this season 7-11. On the other hand, the women's soccer team will move on to the Atlantic East Women's Soccer Championship tomorrow after shutting out the Saints of Marymount. Goals were scored by Josephine Sorchi, Victoria Sitzes, and Kate Collardy. The team takes on number 3 Newman University at home tomorrow at 1. The men's rugby team netted an even 2 wins and 2 losses in the John Hopkins Sevens tournament. The Pacers' victories were over John Hopkins and St. Mary's College. The men's team concludes its fall season tomorrow when they travel to Franklin and Marshall College for another Sevens tournament. Marywood's women's rugby team wrapped up its fall season with 2 victories from the Swarthmore College Sevens tournament. The Pacers shut out DeSalle University and had a 16-point lead over the University of Pennsylvania. Marywood's swimming and diving teams split the results of their tri-match on Saturday with a victory over Wilkes University and a loss to Stevenson University. Over Wilkes, the men and women's teams scored 71-63 and 105-13 respectively. Highlights include the women's team winning the 200 medley relay by just 0.17 of a second, and Jason Lee placing first in the men's 50 freestyle with a time of 24.8 seconds. The Pacers take on Marymount University tomorrow at 1. Last Tuesday, Marywood's women's volleyball team scored a 3-2 victory over Gwynedd Mercy University. The Pacers won 3 of the 5 sets. Highlights include Michaela Meek making a game record of 11 kills and Shannon Core making a team high of 15.5 points. Well, that's all for Marywood Sports. How are things looking on the professional front, Corey?
Did you hear that the Astros threw a no-hitter during the World Series this week?
I did not. Tell me more.
History was made Wednesday night as the Houston Astros threw a combined no-hitter against the Philadelphia Phillies in Game 4 of the World Series. The pitchers were Christian Javier, Brian Abreu, Rafael Montero, and Ryan Presley. This game came right after the Phillies scored 5 unanswered runs the day before. The no-hitter tied the series at 2 games apiece. To get to the NBA, the Brooklyn Nets have fired head coach Steve Nash after 2.5 years of service. Nash posted a career 94-67 record over this time with the Nets. The team's struggles on the court over this time have been surrounded with issues off the court. Players like Kyrie Irving and Ben Simmons have been at the root of many of these issues, with both missing many games over the past 2 seasons for Brooklyn. The Nets are looking to hire former Boston Celtics coach Ime Udoka in the near future. In the world of college football, the latest playoff rankings have come out. Tennessee, Ohio State, Georgia, and Clemson make up the top 4 teams. This is the first time the Tennessee Volunteers have been number 1 in the country since 1998. Perennial powerhouse Alabama is out of the top 10 for the first time in 3 years. The playoffs begin on December 31st and ends with the championship game on January 9th. That's all for sports. We'll be back after these messages.
Luke!
911, where's your emergency?
Everyone's on their way. What happened? Your friend's not breathing. She's dead? Yes, please get my mom and dad. Oh my God! Okay, here we go.
3, 2.
3, 2, 1.
COVID-19 has been a really long and difficult fight.
So when we start talking about COVID, I completely get it. It's frustrating.
We've all been impacted one way or another.
The fight against COVID is also changing really quickly.
And it's sometimes really hard to keep up.
So here are a few things we know.
We are not fighting the same virus from 2020.
Right now, new variants are a lot more contagious and need to be taken seriously.
Getting vaccinated and staying boosted is the best way to keep you protected from COVID-19 and help you stay out of the hospital.
Even if you got COVID before, it's important that you go get your COVID booster.
COVID vaccines are safe.
Much safer than getting COVID-19.
We all want this to end sooner than later.
So go ahead and do things.
Go out and live your life, but get vaccinated. Stay boosted.
We can all do our part.
And get back to living. You can go to getvaccineanswers.org for more information.
A fancy restaurant for dogs has opened up in San Francisco. Called Doge, this fine dining restaurant offers multiple course meals for their dogs. Their best known item is a $75 filet mignon. Every meal comes with a mimosa and a baked treat for the humans in attendance.
I definitely could say that my dog deserves a $75 meal.
No, and I think I deserve a mimosa, so
yeah,
for sure, we're set. That's going to do it for this week's edition of TVM-News. For everyone here at TV-Marywood, thank you for tuning in.
Be sure to follow TV-Marywood's YouTube page and like the TVM Facebook page to stay up to date on the latest happenings and to watch additional content. I'm Allison Hewitt.
And I'm Neva Kamal Anero. Have a great weekend, Marywood.